Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Drivers Show for Friday, November the 1st, 2019. Welcome to another eBay video. Well, here I am, outside in the pouring rain. It has rained for 7 straight days. And that's probably my fault, because in last week's video I shot my mouth off about how it was so nice outside, if you remember. Well, we sure paid the price this week with 7 straight days of rain and no end in sight. Today's topics, we're going to talk a little bit more about cancellations. We're going to also talk about a disturbing announcement from the USPS. We're going to discuss your comments, questions, and concerns, and some other eBay information that I think you guys will find very important. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Joe DeMarco. I come out here every single Friday and I make an eBay video to try and help you guys be successful on eBay. That being said, let's get right into your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. Most of the comments last week were about the cancellations and how we sellers are now going to be impacted greatly because it's going to cost us money. Shaw Essentials said, definitely keep the cancellation corner. Last week I had a cancellation using the time-worn reason my toddler got hold of my phone and ordered it. Funny how that worked. Apparently her toddler sent the best offer, which after a few hours I accepted. Half an hour later the toddler paid. Only took about 2 minutes for her to realize her toddler was up to shenanigans, and she requested to cancel the order. Pretty sharp kid. Needless to say, her ass is blocked. I don't sell to toddlers. I think we've all had that particular excuse at one point or another in our eBay career. As you guys probably know, it is each eBay owner's responsibility to safeguard their account, and they're responsible for any quote-unquote toddlers making bids on their account. Deborah Kubler wrote, love your cancellation corner and absolutely love you exposing the ones that cancel. Great thinking. Love it. I too feel the buyer should be charged on PayPal for that fee, not the seller. Wish we could change that one. Please continue your cancellation corner and expose these people. Michael Mathias wrote, some people are just immature. If I purchase something, I will pay promptly and couldn't care less if an item is cheaper elsewhere. If we want fresh, clean grain, we pay a fair price. If we purchase the grain that has been run through the horse, we pay less. I myself, several times in my career, have bought items on eBay and afterwards realized I made a mistake because I didn't do my homework, and I have never, in my 20 years, canceled an eBay purchase, and I'm proud of that. Eclectic Swede wrote, I love the cancellation corner. I agree with you, Joe. The buyer should have to pay to cancel. We as sellers have been nickel and dimed enough. Lullaby Moon wrote, I never fail to learn something from your videos. Mega thanks to you, Joe. Continue cancellation corner and expose them all. Maridethi Deals wrote, I love the iPhone letter. They stated their position from a place of strength, having had this done to them. I like your cancellation corner. I can tell you thought about it and it's a great idea. Those dimes and singles add up fast. ATI MTG wrote, don't forget the 30-cent transaction fee in addition to the 2.9% that PayPal will take. Steve Eversham wrote, could we pay our eBay fees with PayPal and then cancel the payment, sticking eBay with the PayPal fee? Richard Walters wrote, as always, Joe, you put out another great video. You're appreciated. As for PayPal keeping their processing fees on refunded transactions, I think that is wrong. The buyer should not receive a full refund if they cancel. PayPal should charge the buyer a cancellation fee out of their refund, not charge the seller who had no say in the transaction. The seller's account should not take the hit. Again, PayPal should take the fee out of the buyer's refund, and they should be the ones explaining to the buyer why they didn't receive a full refund. I don't think eBay should have to go after the buyer for a cancellation fee or have to credit us sellers over a decision that they had no part in. It's all on PayPal. Just my opinion, sir. And that's a very good point. That is a very good point. I think PayPal does bear the responsibility for this issue. eCurb wrote, "Hey Joe, if you get a cancellation request, what about denying it, then telling the buyer to initiate a return? Does a return still result in PayPal stealing the fee?" The problem with that, eCurb, is that the buyer could lie and say the item was not as described. So in the case I showed you last week, the shipping was $30. I would have to pay $30 to get the item back, and even if I could prove to eBay that the guy was a fishy buyer, I would only be compensated $6. So in my case, that was not a viable option, but for you guys who sell smaller, lightweight options, you never know. Mustafa Darar wrote, "Hi Joe, I sell high-value items and cancellations will cost me quite a bit. If you're okay with it, I would be happy to share buyers' user IDs in the comment section every week. Is this okay with you?" Mustafa, I'll tell you why I'm very reluctant to do that. I'm sure you're a good seller and definitely not a fishy seller, but there are people, not a lot, but there are some people that are fishy sellers and would list the names of their competition or people that they have a beef with just to try and hurt them. Now, I myself can do it because I'm showing credible proof that the buyer in question has canceled on me. I'm showing screenshots. So Mustafa and everybody else, what I suggest you do is do what I did. Take screenshots of the cancellations and upload them to your channels. Okay? You all have a channel. If you're commenting on this video, there's no reason you can't do it. I think it would actually help the community. Charles Decker wrote, "For about the last year now, I've just flat out refused to cancel orders when the buyer requests a cancellation. I just ship the item anyway. All of my listings are no returns, and I also post in the listing description that cancellation requests will not be honored. But of course, they try it anyway. On average, I have about 3 to 4 cancellations per week, and I just ignore every one of them and ship the product anyway. To date, I have not had a single customer get crappy with me or try and send the item back. They just accept it and move on, and I never hear from them again. And now that PayPal refuses to refund the fees on canceled orders, that's just the final nail in the coffin on this returns crap. I will not absorb these fees because people refuse to read the damn listing, or eBay shows them some other seller's items after they complete the purchase with me. If they want to cancel, too bad for them, because they're getting the item whether they want it or not." Charles Decker, you got balls of steel, I'm telling you. I found that comment very interesting, and I wrote to Charles Decker. I responded to him rather, and I asked him I asked Charles the approximate value of his items, because I'm wondering how much the shipping would be if he did receive the items back and if the person claimed not as described. This is part 2 of Charles Decker's comment as he responded to Motley Fool. "No, they don't. Sellers can refuse a buyer's cancellation request at any time, regardless of whether they requested 30 seconds after the purchase or hours. There is no such thing as a 1-hour time limit. I actually just had one this morning. Buyer purchases a $30 item and then requests the cancellation literally 2 minutes after the purchase and said they changed their mind. I log into eBay a few moments later and print off the label, which automatically voids the pending cancellation, and into the outgoing bin her package went." Prior to this time, I always stated that I would give a buyer 1 hour to cancel. I think that's where the mix-up may be. I've always given buyers 1 hour to cancel because, heck, in the past it never hurt me. It never cost me a dime. Things are different now, and it's all because of PayPal. Commonwealth Picker wrote, "That is exactly what happened to my store. Crickets and then 10 sales. Crickets, then 12 sales. Crazy. He's referring to the spurts and long periods of droughts that we've all been experiencing. I continue to experience this phenomenon. I will go 12 to 14 hours with no sales whatsoever, and in the next half an hour, 6 sales. Chad Lawson wrote, "Hey Joe, add me to the list of no managed payments. Still accepting PayPal and no problems at all." Spiky 911 USA wrote, "Joe, help. I buy from eBay to flip on eBay. I pay tax when I buy the item and get taxed again when the item sells. Is there some way to file tax exempt on eBay?" Yes, there is, and I do have it here somewhere. I came out well prepared, but I have way too many papers right here. Visit ebay.com/sales tax for details. KY Derby City Thrifter wrote, "You were talking about cancellations. If a buyer asks to cancel an order, does it count as a defect on your eBay account? What if a seller cancels an order? If they can't find the item or it's damaged, etc. I'm pretty sure this is a defect on your account." If the buyer asks to cancel, no, there's no defect. But if you, the seller, can't find the item or it's damaged, yes, you get a defect. So please try and avoid doing that. Miss Mary wrote, "Hi Joe, I've had the same experiences of being the buyer who cancels. Sometime in the past year, something changed in the buy it now process. I would be looking at stuff on eBay on my phone, fall asleep, and a sale would have been completed and paid for with me holding my phone. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I have been buying on eBay for 19 years, and this happened to me 3 times in a short period of time this past year. I've made a change where I don't look at stuff on eBay in bed for fear of it happening again, and all the sellers were very kind to cancel. I don't want to be fishy. Thank you for all your efforts." That may sound like a kind of weird story, but I actually heard that once before in one of the Facebook groups where people are on their phone, on the app, and one lady said she had the phone in her pocketbook, and she got to work, and somehow a sale had been completed, that something she didn't really intend on purchasing. So I don't know if there's some kind of a snafu with the app, but let's assume, judging by what these good people said, that there might be. So please be careful with the mobile app when you're using it, okay? Be very careful. Sarah Redford wrote about the notification glitches. "I'm guessing your multiple sales in 3 minutes is a notification glitch with eBay where they fail to give you notifications until, like buses, you get 3 at a time." That actually is a possibility, and I wouldn't discount that. Because like I said, I often go 12 to 14 hours with no sales, and then in the next 3 minutes or 10 minutes, I get a bunch of sales all arriving at once. So it's possible there is a bug with the notification glitches. Okay, that is all I really want to read from the comment section. A little bit more than usual, but you had some really good comments that I wanted to put out there. Now we're going to talk about a concern from the USPS. This landed on my desk the other day, and I'm sure most of you guys have not heard this yet. So I'm going to read this to you. It is dated October 22nd, 2019. Be concerned. Everybody listen. I said everybody listen! The Office of the Inspector General for the United States Post Office recently announced it is studying whether it's cost-effective for the USPS to provide free packaging supplies for priority mail, express, and priority mail products. The OIG is asking for comments from USPS customers. We've heard from many sellers that the availability of these supplies at no cost is critical for their business. If you would like to comment, you can make your voice heard by submitting comments directly to the OIG here. The OIG estimates that the report will be released in March 2020. Please check back for updates. I am a member of eBay Main Street, which is basically a grassroots movement of eBay sellers who get actively involved in contacting the USPS and other authorities about certain things that are going on. And we have contacted them on this issue, and yes, I have myself. If I remember, I'm going to drop the link below where you guys can vote directly how you feel about this issue. I think this is very important. I think the post office should continue to provide free priority mail shipping supplies for us. I use them. I'm sure you use them. I noticed that last week's video got quite a few more views than I usually get. I have to assume that the fact that the PayPal is now taking money out of our wallets for cancellations that are not our fault is a topic that's very important to you guys, and I don't blame you one bit. It bothers me like crazy. Also, in last week's video, I put a link, as you may remember, to the Fitchy song because I want to get the Old School Soulmates 1,000 views for his efforts on that video. Last time I checked, the views were approximately 925. This is the week we're going to do it. We're going to hit 1,000 views for this guy this week, okay? I promised him 1,000 views. And guys, whether you like me or whether you don't like me, there's one thing you do know. I am a man of my word. I've always kept my word. I feel that if a man does not have his word, he has nothing. And I have promised this guy 1,000 views, and he shall get 1,000 views, and I'm going to keep hyping it. So for those of you guys who have not clicked on the link to the Fitchy song, please, when you're done watching this video, click on the link, listen to the song, give it a thumbs up, like it, dance to it. If you want to leave the guy a comment, that's great too. Also, I had several people write to me and ask me why I had not posted a video about the extortion letter that my stalker sent to the man who wrote and sang the Fitchy song. Well, actually, I did post a video. But of course, the stalker false flagged it and got the video removed because he does not want the authorities, the police, the FBI, to see the criminal extortion in that letter. So, my good dear friend Matt has posted it online. If you click the second link under the Fitchy song, you can actually see that letter for yourself. I implore all of you guys to see the letter, and you can see the criminal intent of said letter. I'd like to now read a separate comment from Mercedes Lux. I didn't read this comment in my earlier comment readings because this one basically sums it up about PayPal charging us for cancellations that are not our fault. And I quote, "I'm still upset about PayPal no longer refunding fees on transactions that warrant them. It would be nice if Daniel Schulman, the president, chief executive officer, and director of PayPal would sacrifice a portion of his annual salary to compensate sellers. He sure can afford to do this, as his salary for the year 2018 was $37,764,600. Jeepers, $37 million. That figure for 1 year's work is almost beyond my comprehension level. Think about it, guys. $37,764,000 and change for the chief executive officer of PayPal. The president doesn't get money like that. I want to take a poll here. I want to take just a random poll. Is there anyone out there watching this video that thinks the CEO of PayPal is worth $37 million compensation for the year 2018? I don't. And I seriously don't think you guys do either. What does the guy do to justify that kind of income. It makes me want to throw up right here on my deck. It just disgusts me when there's people like us out there listing our stuff on eBay, working hard, obeying the rules, and earning a living, and you get these fat cats with these golden parachutes earning $37 million. It disgusts me. Guys, that's all I got for you this week. Thankfully, I did not have any cancellations this week. Nor, knock wood, did I have any returns. Sales were good, but very sporadic, as I said. One thing I want to tell you about the cancellation corner. I'm going to continue doing it until PayPal changes their ways. Now, will I make any exceptions? Yes. I'll tell you what. There have been times in my eBay career when people would buy something from me and then maybe 5 minutes later write to me. They wouldn't actually cancel it or file for a cancellation. They would write to me and say, Joe, I just bought this item and it's the wrong size. I can't use it. I would really like to cancel. Is there a chance you could cancel this for me and I will reimburse you for your eBay and PayPal fees? Now, I haven't had it happen a lot, but I have had that happen. So if I do happen to run into somebody like that, who's an honest buyer and made an honest mistake, yes, I would work with that guy and I would not out him on the cancellation corner because he made an honest mistake. But the guy I showed you last week, who spent over $100 and cost me $3 cancellation fee because he found the item cheaper somewhere else, he's going to be exposed. Guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thanks for watching this video. Each week I come out here and I make videos to help you try and be successful on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please give me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job today, please tell me in the comment section what you want me to hit up next week and I'll be happy to do it. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I'm still making money online. I've solved a lot of problems. I've never worn a mask and I never will. And hey, I am a CEO and a CFO of my own company in my own way. So yeah. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope all of you go out there and make a ton of money on eBay. Please comment anything you want about the topics we covered or any eBay or PayPal topic. Now, I know a lot of you guys right now are jumping out of your seats. Hey, give me a little credit, will you? Don't be nervous, okay? I haven't forgotten the Fox News Cup of Life. I'm just keeping you guys on the edge and making you pay attention. So let us now, this late in the video, stop and get a drink from the Fox News Cup of Life. This is the most revered Fox News Cup of Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. You know I wouldn't forget this, guys. All right, that's it for this week. For those of you guys who haven't, please check the links below. It's very important. Link number 1 is to the Fitchy song. Please watch it and show the singer-songwriter some support. The Old School Soulmates worked very hard on that song, and I want to appreciate him. I want to thank him, and this is the way we can do it. And for any of you guys, by the way, who have a new YouTube channel and are trying to get some viewers and subscribers, if any one of you want to write your own Fitchy song and sing it and upload it to your channel, I promise right here and now to feature it on my channel and get you guys 1,000 views, okay? Like I did for the Old School Soulmates, because I believe in helping people. I've always liked to help my fellow man. That's the way I roll. Also, second link is to the extortion letter. Check that out. That's a real eye-opener. And I also, third link, if I remember, I want to put the link so you can get involved in the grassroots movement and tell the USPS we want the free shipping supplies to continue. Thanks for watching. Rock on in peace. Rock on in peace. And don't be fishy. Maybe next week we'll see some sun for once.